Welcome to the What the Guru podcast for February the 11th, 2025, this Tuesday edition. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel for the latest updates for the lower 48 contiguous weather conditions as it becomes available. Right now, we're going to take a look at the National Weather Service radar extended throughout all of the United States, and then we're going to get into more specific details of this mid-Atlantic snowstorm that's coming in right now as we speak. Now, most of the heaviest snow, as you can see, is extending from a band just north of Richmond, the northern suburbs of Richmond, Virginia, into the Washington, D.C. metro area. So Prince's around the Beltway there, Southeast Beltway, Prince George County, say around south of US 50 there in 301, from Annapolis to Bowie to Upper Marlboro, down through Clinton and La Plata, southern Maryland, and the coastal areas down there. They can expect to receive through the night and through tomorrow morning up to 6 to 7 inches of fresh, wet snow. Now, this snow was heavier once again in that band, all the way extending to the across 495 and the Beltway into northern Virginia. So places like Arlington and Fairfax, Manassas, down towards just south of the Occoquan River there, Woodbridge. Those areas there we're going to be getting 6 to 7 inches as well. Now, the further north you go, the sharp cutoff there. So you're going to see less snow in Baltimore and places up in southern PA and of course in Philadelphia. You may get plowable snow, maybe on the order of 3 to 4 inches, but that's going to be about it through tomorrow morning. Dover, Delaware, in Wilmington, you're going to receive 5 to 6 inches of snow. Down to the Wilmington and Rehoboth Beach and Dewey Beach and Ocean City, Maryland, and down through the Delmarva Tidewater area, you're going to be receiving a couple of inches of snow. Possible more than 6 inches is possible down there as well. Now, elsewhere we have an icing concern, and this icing concern is on I-81 from Roanoke, Blacksburg, Virginia, down towards Boone, North Carolina, Mount Airy, and those areas toward Asheville, North Carolina. There's an icing concern. Even though it's only be a 2/10 of an inch of ice, that's enough to cause power outages and to cause concern down there as well. Heavy rain is pounding right now from Huntsville to Nashville. That corridor there is picking up some flash flooding advisories there for Marshall County and some of those areas there to the west of Huntsville and I-65, Athens and Decatur, and those areas south there coming towards Coleman and Birmingham. Heavy rain coming along 20 or 65 or 59 there in Fort Payne and 431 up towards Gunnersville and Arab and Alabama. Heavy rain for those areas there. Flash flooding is likely in some of those lowland valleys there. Also heavy rain reported in Jackson along 20 and 220 back into Louisiana. The Architects, Shreveport, Bossier City, Oil City, back into the Mississippi River Delta from Greenwood down towards Hattiesburg and Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So this rain is going to continue on the southern side. They'll be pumping in, enhanced by the jet stream there, and it's getting some training. These areas of rain are going over the same areas over and over again, as we like to call it. So that's why the National Weather Service has issued these flash flood warnings for the Architects region in green here, and as well as for Atlanta and the northern mountains of the Appalachians Trail there in North Georgia, Helen and Ellijay, be careful up there, and 75, Chattanooga, Knoxville, back up into Kentucky, eastern Kentucky, and western parts of Virginia. And now the snow is in the pink here. That's the winter storm warnings. You're going to pick up that heavy snow in the pink here. So this could be anywhere from Charleston to Beckley to Harrisonburg to Winchester, Virginia, over toward Arlington, D.C. Once again, Prince George County on the north side. Laurel, this could be up to Laurel. This could be down toward Annapolis, Pasadena, areas like that. Upper Marlboro, they're going to pick up the heaviest snow. La Plata, Waldorf, those areas down there are going to pick up the heavy areas. And you're on the order of 6 to 8 inches of snow, guaranteed for that area there as the band of snow comes in tonight and into tomorrow morning. This will all be exiting the area of the Atlantic and the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast by late tomorrow morning, sometime around 9 or 10. All of this will be said and done and getting ready for the next system to come in. But we have, and also in the Midwest, heavy snow could be possible in the pink areas here. Once again, so if you're in Topeka, Kansas, Omaha, Nebraska, Des Moines, the Quad Cities, if you're in Champaign, Kankakee, St. Louis, just to the north, some of those northern suburbs there, Festus. Also down towards the Chicagoland area, Chicagoland and Green Bay, Kenosha, Milwaukee. Those areas are going to be experiencing heavy snow off the lakes there in the next 2 days here. Now, out west, we have hazards dealing with wind, high wind watches and warnings in brown here from the San Francisco Bay Area down through Santa Rosa, Santa Maria, down towards the areas close to the LA basin that's on the flood watches. Rain is going to be coming in today and tomorrow. Wednesday and Thursday's critical rain is going to come in to help You have to watch out for some of those burn scars from the Eaton fire and the Hughes fire and other fires in those higher elevations there north of the 210 freeway and the Verdugo Hills and those other areas. Be very careful. There could be flash flooding, and that's when National Water Service issued green flash flood watches for those areas there. And also in the interior valleys here, in the central San Joaquin Valley and then up into the high Sierras, heavy snow is possible in the pink here. So be careful coming across Truckee there, I-80, the passes, high passes there through Bridgeport, Truckee, Lake Tahoe, areas like that. Might be much needed snow, obviously, for the reservoirs and for the ski resorts, but it's going to be dangerous, hazardous travel with the winds pick up, as you know. Now, looking at the temperatures here, you can see the temperatures for today, Tuesday, February 11th. You can see that the cold air is retreated mostly to the north here, the northern tier. So northern plains, you guys, into heavy cold air has settled in from Minneapolis, St. Paul, to Fargo, to Minot, to Jamestown, North Dakota, back towards Rochester, Minnesota. Only 7 above today, 5 above in Minneapolis, St. Paul for a high. These are high temperatures. We had 9 degrees Fahrenheit for Casper, Wyoming, and Cheyenne, only 15 degrees Fahrenheit. Denver, only 18 degrees Fahrenheit. So the cold air will continue to dive southward, but it'll be more oriented toward the middle of the country instead of oriented to the northeast or mid-Atlantic or the south. The south is actually warmed up tremendously here. Houston is 70 degrees Fahrenheit right now. 47 degrees Fahrenheit in Atlanta, 65 in Birmingham, but you can see the cold air in that frontal boundary is making its way towards that area there, and it should be something that we definitely keep in mind. So AccuWeather.com is reporting that we have this early winter storm here, as you know, and this is just the first of 2 storms. We are in February, but a lot of cities are still in snow deficits here compared to what they normally get, and that will include cities like Detroit, Columbus, Pittsburgh, New York, Boston, Portland, Maine. You guys are in a snow drought, really, despite these little inches. We've got 1 inch here, 3 inches there, but nothing really significant like we've seen in the past 10 years ago, where we had storms bring 8 to 10 inches on the order of 8 to 12 inches every time here. So this system is going to get out the way by Wednesday afternoon. New York, you may pick up less than an inch, maybe an inch or 2 of snow officially. Remember, they take these snowfall total officially at the airport. So your area may pick up more, but the recording station is basically at the airports of these major cities, and that's where they tally the official numbers for these snowfall totals. Once again, I just want to reiterate, the heaviest chance for snow, those 6 to 12 inch zone, is going to be anywhere from Dover, Delaware, back to the Maryland Eastern Shore, back into the southern suburbs of Washington, D.C. and of Maryland there, and then into northern Virginia here, up I-81 and I-95 to the north of Richmond. So you're coming into places like, say, Fredericksburg, or into, Manassas or Alexandria, just inside the 495 Beltway, you'll get the swath, and then back out towards 66, Front Royal, Winchester, down 81, down those areas, Staunton, they'll get more snow, and then into the highlands of West Virginia, they'll pick up the additional snow with the orographic lifting. They may be able to squeeze out 10 inches out of that or so. So that's some of the highest storm totals that we plan on seeing out of this system before it exits out here in the morning. So this has been the Weather Guru update for February the 11th, 2025. Enjoy the snow if you're lucky enough to see it where you are. If not, enjoy the hot and warm temperatures in the southwest as well as in the southeast and the deep south. This is why you pick those areas in the winter, because they know that eventually they're going to warm back up. But 2 weeks ago, they had snow down in Florida and places like Pensacola and that. So you got all 4 seasons here. Most places, with whether it be snow, sleet, freezing rain, sunshine, fog, freezing fog. Everybody across most of the 50 states here have had a taste of at least some type of winter weather this season. Okay, blessings everyone. Thank you for listening. Please be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode.